Hello my lovely humans, and welcome back to another fabulous video here on my channel, where of course I am Jacob and I post booktube videos and Sims 2 videos and other fun exciting things that are going to be happening here in the near future. Very expensive YouTube channel, but you know what, we're here to play, we're here to stay. I have like 12 books to talk about for the month of April. Now, I do know that I did not post a March TBR, but you do have a wrap up here about what I did read. I didn't really read that much. Equally not a TBR was necessary, due to the fact that March could have been a better reading month. And I was a tiny bit disappointed in myself. If you do hear noises, I'm very sorry. I should have closed the window. I kind of forgot. This is going to be a long video, so let's just get started. I'm going to try to give you as best of an idea of what these books are about, but honestly, there's quite a few in here. I have no idea. But we do have some that I do have somewhat of an idea. Alright, we'll talk about it. The first one I'm talking about is Rainbow High, which is the sequel to Rainbow Boys. This is follows 3 kids who all join a club called Rainbow. It's a church youth group for LGBTQ youth. This is written in 2000. I do have a whole blog talking about the first book, and I really enjoyed it. I was very curious to see where it went. It was really easy. It took me like 6 hours to read, and I was like, I could totally read another one of these. Hopefully this is the sequel. I'll be really awkward if it's Rainbow Road and not Rainbow High. I think it's Rainbow High and then Rainbow Road is the third book. Not entirely sure, but we'll see how well the second one goes. It does follow Jason, Kyle, and Nelson, like I said, as they try to figure out high school being queer kids. It's interesting, and but I do have to mention, it is kind of triggering for people who want advanced reading in LGBTQ youth, as this is much more centered on like the early 2000s LGBTQ youth, which is somewhat different than today's. So, just pointing that out there. Alright, next one is In the Path of Falling Objects by Andrew Smith. This is his like second novel he wrote. I've never read it before, or it could be actually his first novel. No, Ghost Machine was his first novel. So this is the second one. I love Andrew Smith to death. He's one of my favorite authors of all time. And honestly, I couldn't talk more highly about it. Winger is one of my favorite books of all time, and this is about 2 brothers who go on a road trip, and the road trip ends up being really bad. And they end up getting hunted or something, and they get tortured. Something along those lines. I have no idea. But it's Andrew Smith, and it's been on my list to be reading for a long time now, and I figured I might as well get it a shot because it was at my library, so yeah. Next one, honestly, kind of have an idea, but not really sure. I saw that was first, so I picked it up. And that's Skyscraping? Yep, Skyscraping by, who is this by? Cordelia Jensen. This is about a girl named something. It's about a girl who finds out that her dad is actually gay. And it's one of the many secrets her dad has kept from them. And it's on her journey to figure out exactly, you know, all the secrets. And then the more secrets that she finds, the rougher her life gets. I guess, is that the best way to put it? I don't know. It's something on the lens. It's in verse, so I picked it up. It's going to take me like an hour to read. Duh. Alright, and then because I could not pick up this lady's newest read, I picked up an older one. The reviews, I didn't actually look, I just looked at the background. The other book I was going to pick up from her was horribly reviewed, and I know that because I've listened to a few of them. And it is Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Taylor Jenkins Reid got super famous last year for 7 Homes with Evelyn Hugo. It's an amazing novel. If you do read the novel, I highly recommend reading and listening to the audiobook. Audiobook is beautiful, just the whole 9 yards. I do think I'm going to end up reading Evelyn Hugo again this month if I do pick up an audiobook, but I want another one from her. This is about a girl who goes to a bar, and she has 2 choices. She can go home with a friend that brought her to the bar, or she go, it's like just going like home, or she go with the boy. So this story follows her life during both paths, and are they intertwined or something by the end? I have no idea if we just get 2 endings. I'm not entirely sure. I'm very intrigued by this novel, and so please let me know if you did read it down below. If you've read any of these, please let me know what you think about them, because honestly, I'm super curious. This one sounds extremely interesting, but I have heard that her other novels are not as good. But Daisy Jones and 6, which is the one I'm planning on getting like on audiobook, I think, because I love Evelyn Hugo on audiobook so much, was another one that everybody loved, but her older ones people said are not as good as her newer ones. I'm not sure. Then, for the movie coming out April 14th, we have After by Anna Todd. I am an OG member of After. I read the first one while she wrote it, or the second one while she wrote it, and I read the third one while she wrote it on Wattpad, and she released them as novels. I personally have never read the novel actual versions of them, but my mother has, and she loved them, and she thought they were amazing. And instead of being a Harry Styles fanfiction, it's a Hardin and Tessa, and this is about a girl who goes to college, Southern California, is that right? University of California, something like that. And there she meets Hardin, and her life is changed after the first time they have sex. It is basically the summary of that story. It's an extremely new adult novel that I love to hate. The characters, it has a very extremely abusive relationship, but for some weird reason you love reading about them, but you don't want to be in it. I don't know. I love it. I cannot wait to read it. It's extremely long. You're like, Jacob, why are you having 12 books and having this like 600-page novel in there? It's not going to take me long. It's a very, very interesting and great, disgusting novel. Can't wait to read it. The next one that we're going to talk about is one's been on my TBR since, like, October, so that's great. And that's What If It's Us by Becca Howard and Alex Vera. I, of course, put this down because I was not in the mood to read a romance. Most of these books are romances. So, I figure it's a perfect month to pick it back up. I am like 100 pages in, and I'm in love with this story. I love it so much. Also, I got turned off because the ending was kind of spoiled for me, and so that kind of made me mad. But we're going to pick it back up, and we're going to try it again. I do really enjoy it, and when I do, there will be a whole review about it. Just know that my hair and like my life just changes throughout the review, because it's a review that's been filmed over the past like 6 months. So yeah, just remember that. But I'm very, very excited to finish it this month. The next one, I'm so excited for. So I knew this was a thing, but I didn't realize how much of a thing it was, and I'm just so excited. So it's called, what is it called? Because You Love to Hate Me. And it's by 13 Tales of Villains, written by 13 amazing authors, Andrew Smith being one of those authors, by the way, and then 13 booktubers. So the booktubers are the reasons why I got them. So the ones that are following, the ones that I know, I'm just going to read them all, are Benjamin Alderson, Sasha Osberg, Whitney Atkinson, Tina Burke, Karen Finley, Jesse Gorge, Zoe Hart, Samantha Lane, Sophia Lee, Raylene Lemay, Regan Purse, Christina Ricci, and Seth Sinclair, and Kat Kennedy. So, the ones that stand out to me amazingly, that I cannot wait to read, Regan, obviously, Christine, obviously, and Sasha's. I'm very, very excited. I also like Benjamin's writing quite a bit, but my gosh, am I excited for this novel. The authors, like I said, we can read, I cannot read all of them. It's a whole variety of authors, 13 authors, 13 books, and they're just short stories, and I think they all have the same take. I'm not sure how it works, but I'm super excited to start this in April. Now, this other one also recommended to me by Regan herself, because she recommended this to everybody, so, like, I'm just saying I'm special, but honestly, I'm not. And that is Foundry Side by Robert Jackson Bennett, which I think is going to be one of my last books I read of the month, because look at this thing. I think, hold on. If I'm not mistaken, it's 500 pages. Exactly. It's 501 pages. It's an adult fantasy. It's adult high fantasy about a thief. That's all I know. But she recommended it. And I don't know. I was going through my list of Goodreads books. I was like, we should totally pick it up. I don't actually know if I'm going to get to it. But I'm excited to see if I will. Alright, next one I have also picked up before, you guys have no idea though, and this is somebody who I keep trying to go back and read, and that is Sean David Hutchinson. I want to love his writing, and so I keep forcing myself to go back and read books I've already tried. Like, I tried We Are the Ants, and I enjoyed parts of it, but I enjoyed the whole thing. And so now we're once again trying At the Edge of the Universe, which is about a boy who falls in love with his best friend in 8th grade, and they grow apart as the book goes, and he meets a new boy as he falls apart. That's all I know, but I did read part of it. I couldn't tell you what happens in the part that I read, but it did happen. I don't know. The next one is a controversial pick, but the sequel is coming out this year. I think in April, actually. I think it's coming out very soon. And so don't judge me for retrying this. I am kind of infamous for giving it a, like, 1-star rating. And, but I want to see if that rating will change. And then, of course, is Zenith by Sasha Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings, and this is book 1 in the Andromeda Saga. It's actually a duology. The second book comes out, and it's another long, high fantasy book about space, like, pirates. But there's several things wrong with this novel. And I have a strong feeling I would do, like, a read-through with you guys on it, just because, I don't know, I have a feeling I'm gonna hate it, but I want to support it. And the more and more that I follow Sasha's YouTube channel, the more and more I want to reread it. So, we're here doing that, because it was at my library. And the last one is a book I was supposed to finish in the month of March, but I didn't. Or in the month of February. Okay. And that's On the Come Up by Angie Thomas. This is about Brie in the same universe as Star from The Hate You Give. And she becomes a rapper. She puts something out on SoundCloud. That thing becomes viral, and she doesn't want anybody to believe that it's actually her because it's really offensive. Is what I understand. I heard it's amazing. I heard it's not as great as The Hate You Give, but the elements that you love about The Hate You Give, you probably love about this as well. And so, yeah. I'm still super excited to read it. And personally, I'm just trying to back myself up and, yeah, get to where I was. And I need a boost. I want to read 100 books this year, and I'm kind of realizing I'm kind of falling behind on my... I'm 3 books behind on my schedule. I should be over my schedule limit, though, by the time April starts, because I'm reading some comic books. I know it's kind of cheaty, but honestly, I just want to finish Saga, so that's, like, the whole point there. I'm also listening to Winter by, I can't think of her name, so don't ask me. But that should be done too, hopefully. I don't know. I don't want it to end, which is why it's taking me forever to read it. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm very, very cautious of the tale of Winter. But it should be done by this video going up, hopefully. But guys, if you enjoyed this TBR and you're very curious to see what I think about all these books before the wrap-up, pay attention to my vlogs. Now, of course, Camp NaNoWriMo is the month of April, so I'm writing a lot and reading a lot, like, and school, and, like, it's gonna be a rough month, but I'm so excited. Guys, I'm so excited. It's a very, very fun and exciting month for Jacob. Alright, I will, of course, talk to you guys very soon in a new video soon. Please give me a big fat thumbs up, don't comment down below, hit subscribe, and I'll see you all very soon.